The New Orleans Saints defeated the Minnesota Vikings 52-33 on Christmas Day. The Saints' offense, in particular Alvin Kamara, was unstoppable, with Kamara rushing for 155 yards, averaging 7 yards per carry, and tying the NFL touchdown rushing record with 6 TDs on Friday. As impressive as it was for Kamara, the entire Saints' offense scored at will, as they never punted the entire game. The Saints' offense racked up 583 total yards and looked like its old self again. And although Drew Brees did throw 2 interceptions, he efficiently operated the offense, making big throws when he needed and allowing great play calling and effective route running to carry the passing game to over 300 yards. Today we'll take a look at a couple of the Saints' passing plays that made the difference in the game and break down how each play was successful in getting the Saints the win. Okay, here on this first play we'll cover, the Saints come out in 22 personnel, which is 2 running backs and 2 tight ends, and line up in an I formation before Brees motions everyone out of the backfield into a 5-receiver empty set. When Brees sends his receivers in motion, he sees that none of the linebackers follow the fullback to the outside, indicating zone coverage, and with the 2 safeties playing deep, this most likely is cover 2 zone. The Saints are running a 4 verticals concept, which is great at beating cover 2 because it gives matchup advantages deep, with only 2 safeties to cover 4 receivers. But when the ball is snapped, the Vikings rotate to a cover 3 zone. Upon Brees' initial look to the left, he sees these 2 receivers are now well covered by the cover 3 zone, along with safety Harrison Smith at the top rotating over into that direction. Now when this happens, the outside receiver is supposed to break off their go route and run a comeback route, which is great at beating cover 3 because the route sits between the flank and deep coverage. But that's not what the Saints are running. Their verticals concept isn't designed to simply beat cover 2, but rather beat both cover 2 on the left side and cover 3 on the right. Both Cook and fellow tight end Adam Trautman fade their go routes towards the boundary. Then Trautman runs straight towards Vikings quarterback Jeff Gladney on the bait route, which is simply to occupy the attention of Gladney so tight end Jared Cook can sneak between the cornerback and the deep middle safety for a big gain. The routes ran by Cook and Trautman created too much space for the deep safety to cover in time, and is a great example of the entire offense, from play calling to QB play to wide receiver routes to blocking, operating at an elite level. Okay, on the next play we'll cover, the Saints are running a play action swap boot. The difference between a swap boot and a regular boot is that a swap boot brings a receiver underneath the line of scrimmage, in this case Taysom Hill, and gives the quarterback 2 short passing options in the flat, rather than 1 on a regular boot. The Vikings come out in a cover 1 man, with zone coverage underneath from the linebackers, and are in great position to stop the Saints' play. They have the corner and flat routes covered by man coverage, and have wide receiver Juwan Johnson's over route covered by the intermediate zone coverage from the Vikings linebackers. When the ball is snapped, both Vikings linebackers Hardy Nickerson and Blake Lynch, along with Vikings safety Harrison Smith, bite hard on the play action. But linebacker Hardy Nickerson has quickly recovered from his play action bite and is properly sinking into his cover 3 zone responsibility and is ignoring tight end Adam Trautman leaking out into the flat. Brees sees this and moves his eyes to Trautman just long enough to cause Nickerson to hesitate, thus allowing Johnson to come open on the over route for a big 19-yard gain. Okay, for this next play, it's midway through the second quarter, 1st and 15, score 17-14 Saints, and the Saints come out in 21 personnel, which is 2 running backs and 1 tight end, and will be running a high-low wheel concept, with running back Ty Montgomery running the high route in the go, and receiver Emmanuel Sanders running the low route in the dig. When the ball is snapped, Brees sees Vikings linebacker Eric Wilson follow Kamara man-to-man, and assumes he can fit the pass to Montgomery in the seam on the go route since cornerback Jeff Gladney is shading towards outside leverage. And although the Vikings are in cover one man, the deep safety in the middle is shading towards Montgomery, thus sitting on the go route. This forces Breeze to move to his second option of Sanders, who's running a beautiful dig route and completely turns around Vikings cornerback Harrison Hand, who by that time is out of position to defend the pass or make the tackle as Sanders catches the ball and runs for 37 yards. Alright, moving on to our next play. It's midway through the third quarter, 1st and 10, score 24-20 Saints, and the Vikings will be running a cover one man. The Saints are running a play-action dagger concept, with the clear-out go route up the seam from Saints receiver Marquez Callaway, and a dig route over the middle from receiver Emmanuel Sanders. The play action does very little to move the linebackers, but an untimely blitz from Vikings linebacker Blake Lynch only further opens up the area behind him where the pass is completed to Sanders. Sanders does a great job at jab stepping outside before cutting towards the middle of the field on his dig route. Vikings rookie cornerback Cameron Dantzler has no chance and gets completely turned around on Sanders' outside jab step, giving up a big completion to Sanders for 28 yards. Okay, on this next play, it's the beginning of the fourth quarter, 3rd and 6, score 31-27 Saints. A stop here would force the Saints to punt and give the ball back to the Vikings with a chance to take the lead. As Breeze comes to the line, he sees no safeties are playing deep, and seeing the Vikings crowding the line, assumes cover zero blitz and audibles to a version of a dagger route concept, where instead of a drive route from the other side of the formation, it will be an out route from tight end Jared Cook on the open side of the formation. The Vikings are pulling out all the stops on their coverage for this play. They show linebacker Blake Lynch close to the line, indicating blitz, and are also feinting safety Harrison Smith as also blitzing. Yet when the ball is snapped, Vikings safety Anthony Harris comes on the blitz, and the other safety, Smith, rotates to his deep middle zone responsibility as the Vikings are playing a cover one, with cornerback Jeff Gladney playing intermediate zone coverage on the bunch side of the formation, and linebacker Blake Lynch playing man on Cook. The point of Lynch's sprint towards the other side of the field is to 1. Try and confuse Breeze, and 2. Cover the voided area from Harris's blitz. Lynch is first looking for any slants that he can break in front of and possibly intercept. Next, he's looking for any drag routes where he can make a tackle for a minimum gain. Since Lynch doesn't see any of these, he continues his sprint to the other side of the field to cover Cook. Wide receiver Marquez Callaway does a great job on his clear-out post route of turning around cornerback Jeff Gladney and delaying his movement to his zone coverage responsibility on the intermediate close side of the field. The blitz pressure does force Breeze to underthrow the ball a bit, but it actually works out in the Saints' favor, as linebacker Lynch falls down and cornerback Gladney overruns the route and falls when attempting to make the tackle, thus allowing tight end Jared Cook to run for a 44-yard gain. Okay, on this last play we're going to show you, there's a little over 9 minutes left in the game, 2nd and 8, score 38-27 Saints. This is the play that really clinched the game for the Saints, as Sanders once again shows off his crisp route running ability. The Saints are again going to come out with the 4 verticals concept. In fact, this is the exact same play we covered earlier in the video with a cover 3 beater on one side of the formation and a cover 2 or 1 beater on the other side. This time the Vikings come out in a cover 1 man, with linebacker Blake Lynch blitzing. When the ball is snapped, Breeze initially looks to his left and verifies man coverage. Looking this direction also forces Vikings safety Harrison Smith to shade towards the direction Breeze is looking, thus creating more space for Sanders' go route up the seam. Sanders again runs another pretty route, this time on Vikings cornerback Chris Jones, and again Sanders jab steps outside in order to gain inside leverage on his release up the seam. The route running from Sanders, along with Breeze looking off safety Harrison Smith, gives Sanders plenty of room to make a catch on a beautifully thrown ball by Breeze for 23 yards. What's scary about an offensive passing performance like this is the Saints are doing it without many of their top receivers, and Drew Brees is coming back from a rib injury, which showed up in this game. Yet the team was able to pass the ball with great success against a defense that had something to play for and was fighting for a playoff spot. With the win, the Saints keep their number one seed hopes alive in the NFC playoff picture. Regardless of what seed they get, an offense that can move the ball like this has what it takes to bring home another Lombardi trophy. Well, that's all the time we have for today's video. If you like this video, please let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos like this, please press the like button. And if you're a new viewer to this channel and haven't had a chance to subscribe, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.